Hey everybody, it's your girl Mrs. Garcia coming back with another video. Today, this one will be for my people who doesn't eat meat. I am going to be making a lentil curry or a lentil stew. It's known either way. For this, you'll need lentils. I have green ones. I have diced mushrooms, a yellow and red bell pepper, half of both. And I also have ginger, garlic, and habanero. Once I add in the seasonings, I'll let you guys know which ones I'll be adding. But let's get started. We're gonna start off with, of course, extra virgin olive oil. We are going to saute. First, we are going to add in our mushrooms. Go ahead and put your heat on a medium heat. Add the mushrooms. And we are going to stir these around. Now we're going to add in our bell peppers and get them stirred in. And we are going to add our ginger and garlic. We're gonna wait for the habaneros until I actually put the lentils inside of the pot. And get these to sweat for about 3 to 4 minutes. This is actually one of my favorite meals. You can have this with rice or you can just eat it plain because it is thick. But I like to eat it with rice. Now, our lentils, we have about 1.5 pounds of lentils. I do advise you to soak them for 30 minutes, or if you know you're going to want to eat them prior, soak them overnight. It makes the cooking process go faster. It also cleans them, of course. So now we're going to add our lentils. Now we are going to add in our habanero. And give that a quick stir. Now to this we are going to add water. I am probably going to add about a bottle and a half. Which one bottle is 2 cups. So I'm actually gonna add another one. So in total, that is 4 cups of water. Now this will cook for almost an hour and a half. But before we let it simmer, we are going to add our seasonings. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of chicken seasoning. A teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of lemon pepper, a teaspoon of garlic salt, and also a teaspoon of seasoning salt. Seasoned salt. I always call it seasoning salt. Actually, we're gonna add about a teaspoon and a half of seasoning salt. Now this is optional. I am going to add a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We are going to give this a stir. Now again, the habanero and the cayenne are optional. I only added a small bit of the habanero because I want it for the flavor, not the spice. The cayenne I'm using actually for the spice. I'm also going to add a little bit of black pepper. About a teaspoon of black pepper. Now that we got this all stirred and together, we are going to let this sit on about a medium heat for 30 minutes before we check it. Now this stew, you do want to cook it for about an hour and a half. The thicker the better. But we're going to let this boil up for about 30 minutes before we do check it. Okay, so 30 minutes has passed. And we are going to give this a good stir. I am going to add another bottle of water. My water was running out too fast. I thought I had it on a medium-low heat, and I actually had it on medium-high. So I am going to add one more bottle of water because I do want it to have some sauce in it. I forgot to tell you to add a teaspoon of curry powder. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And for me, I would like it a little bit spicy, so I am going to add a little bit more cayenne. Again, it is to your liking. If you want it to be more spicy, go ahead and add a little bit more cayenne. If you like the flavor it gives off already, just go ahead and leave it alone. And if yours is dried up too quickly, go ahead and add another bottle of water and make sure you cook them on a medium-low heat. I'm also going to add about one more teaspoon of chicken seasoning. Give this a quick stir. And two, this could be a soup if you would like. If you do want it to be a soup, go ahead and add 4 bottles of water and cook it on a medium low heat for the same amount of time. That way your broth, you can have your broth with it, the more water you add. But I like my lentils a little bit on the thicker side, like I said, like a curry or stew. So I like to eat mine with rice. Now I'm gonna give it a little bit more depth of flavor, and I think you guys already know what I'm going to add. It will be soy sauce. And we are gonna add about a tablespoon of soy sauce. A quick stir around. Again, we're gonna let this sit for another 30 minutes before we check it again. It's been another 30 minutes, so I am going to stir my lentils. You see that consistency of them being thicker? That's what you want.